Hey there, my friends, and welcome back to my garden. Today I'm going to show you some orchids that you can typically buy in a grocery store. And here's one of them, a beautiful Phalaenopsis. This is one of the oldest orchids in my collection. I mounted it on this Areca palm tree over a decade ago, and she's been growing here ever since. Look how gnarled those roots are. They stretch up, oh gosh, over 12 feet and all the way down to the ground. You see all these nubs? Well, those are former flower stems. That's how many times she's bloomed for me. And this year I have two beautiful sprays. Last year I had some beautiful sprays also, but one of the palm fronds came down and whacked it. Now here's another grocery store orchid that I waited much too long to repot or to mount. It was planted in a pot full of sphagnum moss, and sphagnum moss just holds too much water, and very often after blooming the orchid will just die. And it was on its last leg. I took it out of its pot, got rid of all of the sphagnum moss, and now I've mounted it to the same Areca palm tree in hopes that it will send out some new shoots and attach itself to the tree. There's hope. This leaf more than likely will fall off, but there's some new leaves underneath that have some substance to them, and so it is getting some water through roots. Here's a viable root right here. See that nice little growing tip? See, the root is actually inside that protrusion. What's on the outside is called vellum. It's kind of like a sponge that holds water next to the root. Here is another grocery store orchid. And isn't she a beauty? Now I've got this one planted in a pot, and I've used a combination of some potting media that will break down into dirt, like this bark over here. It's going to take a while. And there's also some charcoal and some lava rock and some things that hold water but won't break down into dirt. And the root system is doing very well. In fact, got a new root coming out here. Now see this leaf that's kind of discolored? Well, that's the oldest leaf. And eventually that's just going to dry up and fall off, which is natural. And new leaves will come out of this center right there, just like this one did over there. So if your leaves turn yellow and fall off, don't be worried. That's the natural growth of the orchid. Thanks, friends, for stopping by. And do not hesitate to buy your orchids in a grocery store. They are gorgeous. Bye now.